Do I have the pencil out? I do have the pencil out. How about... I don't know why I'm doing that. That's weird. You alright, cat? Oh, goodness. I have a coughing cat. Hold on a second. Be right back, everybody. You good? I think he's fine. All right, we're okay. Anyways, welcome back to the live stream, everybody. that was a fun way to start the day. It is August 7th, 2020, and today is Friday, so it is the free draw day. We are here in the Aggie.io software. Boom, boom. And yeah, everyone, there's a link if people want to jump in on that and come draw with us today, I think. Unless I posted the wrong link. Let me double check that. That might be a good one. It's already falling apart, which is part of the course for Fridays. So we'll see how that goes. I think I might have posted the wrong link. Boop, 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 doop. Welcome. Welcome to the thing. There we go. We'll do that. Get rid of this. No. Go back to that. Close it. All right. Da, 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 da. Just install the light. Welcome, Vitaly. Your D&D car. What are you making with the D&D car? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, you're gonna make like a motorcycle for your D&D group? Yeah. I guess I said we would draw a slide yesterday, so I guess we can do that for a little bit. Draw some frog people. Let's do it. Monstrous frog people. Boop. Yeah, it's a bummer. So, Aggie.io is working pretty good. I still need to email them somehow and just be like, hey, what's up? Sponsor me, please. Is my voice gone? Or is it just because I'm stuttering real bad? I'm unable to think of what I want to say. The second choice, yeah. No, I really think Aggie.io is pretty good, but it does not function on all computers, which is weird. I'm not sure what that's about. Finned? He's a demon. Nice. Oh wait, so is your character going to be a demon? Gotcha. Very cool. Well, I installed a light. I'm glad you installed a light. Is that like, is it a big lamp or just you have a light in your room now? Either way sounds good. D&D Mario Kart. Vitaly, it's Friday. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be suggestion day, but since there's nothing else going on, we can definitely draw some stuff. I do appreciate you coming and bringing ideas to draw every day. It's very good. Yep. I do have the chat open today, so I can finally see what people are talking about. I usually do, but I do get distracted from time to time. Sure. It's a quiet Friday morning. I hope it's Friday, right? Okay, good. I woke up a little earlier than normal. I gotta go. But no, I woke up a little earlier and started working on one of the videos and kind of lost track of time. But Oh, the alarm clock. The alarm clock go off. That's all right. I figured it out. Light in your room. Nice. I'm one of those people that generally wakes up before my alarm clock goes off and just like sit there in bed staring at my alarm clock like, I know you're going to do this. Don't do this to me. I'll do it myself. Jonas, welcome. Talking about alarm clocks. Wow. It's all about that Gloctopus. It's my favorite D&D monster of all time. Yeah, if you haven't seen that meme, it's pretty great. It's debatable. I have a fun story about that, but it will date me. I don't want to. It's just one of those things that I like hiding from people. It's funny. Because, like I've said this before, there are about 10 other people with my exact name that live, I'd say, within like 100 miles of me. So as long as nobody knows how old I am, no one will be able to figure out who I actually am. Even if they figure out my name, because they're like, oh, it could be any one of these. It's so good. Exactly. Protecting myself from T-1000. It is free draw day, yeah. I made a new Infernal Beholder. That sounds pretty awesome. Maker, did you put the picture of the new cape design up? It's loaded. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take a look at that in a second. Take a look at that in just a minute. Vitaly, you said you. Vitaly, you made an Infernal Beholder. Does that have a stat block, or is it a completely new thing that you made? I don't know if I've seen an Infernal Beholder before. An Infernal Beholder. That's what Vitaly's talking about in the YouTube chat. Yeah, I can imagine it being a pretty. That makes it sound to me. An Infernal Beholder sounds like the floaty thing from Doom, which I can't remember what they're called. Is the Painted Elemental the one that looks like a beholder? Oh, man, I cannot remember the difference now. But they're the same, like, model? Or are they completely different? Are they the big floating heads? Like, that's what I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Either one. Gio's choice. I'm trying to get some cooler dynamic poses in here. Not sure if I'm being successful at them. Just won't load the picture? Ah. Oh, posted. I thought you said it was busted. Like it was broken. This is busted. Oh, yeah. That looks real good. When a beholder comes in the hells and gets corrupted and turned into an infernal beholder. I posted yesterday's episode? Oh, yeah, I posted the link before I edited the title because YouTube is weird like that now. Because it used to not let me post until I edited all of the information. And now it just doesn't care. It's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. I'm like, but that's yesterday's video. So I don't know if if it's not working, please let me know. There are apparently 5 people watching, so. Yeah, doing that on graph paper is actually pretty cool for that kind of thing. Have a little offset capage. I told Vitali I would draw a slod yesterday. So I'm doing Beautiful Joe, but as a frog. Yep. I actually don't remember what Beautiful Joe looks like. I think he had one of these things. I'm not sure. Super Frog. Let's get some cool texturing in here. Maybe a belt. That's good. That, oh man, so no, that leg is slightly wrong. So if we have this and this, I feel like, okay, nope, that is what happened. Alrighty, let's do that. I watched the new Droppy episode yesterday, and where Julius, it's so good. Julia went to town drawing backgrounds again, and I was like, I should just draw backgrounds for a day or two because I need to practice. Right? Yeah, Sierra will be really excited about us doing a background day. But it has to happen eventually. Backgrounds are difficult for me. Well, that's not necessarily true. I just don't enjoy it as much. It's not my thing. It's not what I'm into. But I think I can probably just do them. Which, that's something we can just work on. Alright, there's my frog. What are we doing over here? Way on the opposite side of the screen. Getting some body form in there. It's good. That's good. I mean, sleep. Just slowly trying to go to sleep at night instead of during the day. So, you gotta start taking points of exhaustion here in a minute. That's the bummer about multi-classing is you kind of miss out on some of those big spikes, like those big super bonuses. Mm-hmm. Vitaly asks, have you ever thought there's not a lot of Celestials in D&D? I think Celestials are just basically a separate type of, or a specific type of outsider. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's just Celestials, what, demons, fiends. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I don't think there needs to be a lot because it's just a very specific version of a different outsider. Maybe there's just not that many just in general. Maybe there's not a whole thing. Right. Like, I think they all come from the same plane, right? Do demons and, man. Demons and devils. That was the other thing I was trying to say. Middle Earth is Middle Earth. Oh, well, there you go. All right, that's it for that. Man, my nose is just itchy today. It rained a little bit yesterday. I think all the trees decided to just shoot pollen everywhere, which always makes me upset. So what was that? Gotcha. Ooh, yeah. I will be right back. Whew. Okay. I can kind of see now. Maybe. Trees are trying to kill me. They're upset about me yelling about their pollen yesterday. What's going on? They're all out to get me now. We'll show you to badmouth us, trees. A llama that was just covered in dandelions. Yeah, that's a dandelion. A dandelion. Did they call it a dander llama? Is that the joke? Nice face. It sounds almost like an insult. Ooh, imp. That's a good one. So, I guess a sexy lizard imp? Or you could draw a monstrous robot imp, I guess. Robots are tough. They take a little bit of time. I can't breathe today. Okay, we'll try that again. See if my nose will stay clear for more than a minute. Dragonfly rainbow. That sounds pretty cool. Drawing an imp actually sounds kind of fun. Interesting. Butterfly. I have extended spell. All butterflies have extended spell range. And that's how that works. The butterfly effect. That was a bad movie. Anyway. Yeah. Yep. Was it? I only ever saw, like, I don't think I ever saw it all the way through once. I had to watch it in, like, piecemeal. So, that could have been my issue. It was kind of confusing. Mm-hmm. Oh, gotcha. See, that's not how I thought that movie ended. Yeah. No, that movie's like 20 years old. It's totally fine. We give spoilers for that. No, I think it tried to be Donnie Darko. I don't know if it did a better job or not. It's basically the exact same movie. Or the same premise, anyways. Kids discover they can change the past.
Plus young Jake Gyllenhaal.
Sure. Actually, that's not really what Donnie Darko's about. Donnie Darko's a weird movie. Yeah, it's a strange one.
I think it's an American phenomena. I think it's an American phenomena.
How do imp skulls work? Welcome back. Welcome back. Trying to be nice to all my trees. They still try to kill me. It's not cool. I think I don't want this to be a giant poofy head. I like this like giant forehead thing I got going on. A little bit. It's got a little bit of insect in it. It's got lots of eyes, which I dig. Do you know what this is? A sack? Well, then you'd better get in it. Ah! I don't know if anybody got that reference, but I dig it. That's my favorite imp demon story. It's all right. It's a Jim Henson joke. Oh, what? Let's do this. Do this. What if this is its eyes? What if its eyes are right here on its face? It's just like, and everything else is forehead. Just a little bit, yep. I'm not sure. This is a pretty chill Friday. We usually have a bunch of people drawing in here. Maybe Fridays are always chill and I'm always stressing out because it's the end of the week and I haven't finished anything. That's true. No, it feels good when I get a video out. Like I finally get them published. I have like a big moment of like, oh, okay, cool. Now I can finally start working on a new project. But, yeah. I was working on the Drawfee episode this morning, and it's really funny, and I've only finished like the first 20 minutes of it. So I have to show it to you later, I guess. I'll post a a draft. Yeah, I'll give you guys a draft of it or something. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the eyeballs. I think I'll be the one that's drawing no eyeballed demons. Go for like little goat ears. Really? That's interesting. Actually, I'm kind of bad at that too. I usually go with the sword or book option. War cleric, yeah, exactly. Those are great. Why was your party's barbarian attacking you? Gotcha. I did accidentally kill jump rope once that way, almost. Yeah. Yep. See, people are worried that trolls are unkillable. You just gotta have a good barbarian. Yep. I don't know if I told you. I think I talked a little bit about this earlier. This week we played a little bit of D&D. I was playing my Dragoon, and my DM, my DM is a little worried because like your character's just you do so much damage and it's crazy, and I'm like, well, I'm a fighter. Like everything else is poop. That's the only thing I can do. And so he had one guy cast suggestion on me. He's like, you should get out of here. You should run as far away as you can. And I was like, okay. And then I just left. I'm like, that's it. I'm out of combat. You win. Like, like I can't do anything else. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's it. That was it. That was a great play. My character is out. Like, I can't. I have no options or means of stopping that. So I'm just gonna. And I had just cast my jump spell, which was allowing me to just like jump all over the place and go really fast. So I just bounded out of combat. One turn I was off the map, and then like I don't think it got broke for another 3 or 4 turns. So I was super far away. I came back in like just for the boss fight. Yeah. Did you hear? They dubbed the SpongeBob anime. I didn't know there was an actual SpongeBob anime. I know I saw like the intro for it. Well, that's weird. Did not expect that. But yeah, no. So exactly what you're talking about, Jonas. That barbarians are super super good at combat, and so I think part of the problem is we talked about this a little more earlier in the week too. That DMs or I want to say young DMs, but I mean DMs that are new. Will set up encounters. Yeah, beginner DMs will set up encounters that are very one note. Like, here's a bunch of archers, here's a bunch of guys with swords, without really thinking about the dynamics of the party that you're fighting against. And that's when things start feeling really bad, when all of a sudden, like, 10 goblins attack, fireball. It's like, oh, okay, encounter over. Or you throw, like, 10 town guards at your party, but your barbarian is just going to destroy all of them because all they're going to do is run up and attack. It's like you have to dynamically play your party, and that's something that I think a lot of DMs don't think about. Or when they write an encounter, they're not sure how to balance it, when really they're trying to balance it for the story and not for the party specifically. Like, oh, they're level 5 party. It's like, no. You have a level 5 party with a wizard, a barbarian, and like one of your characters is a minotaur. Take all that into account. And it can get really complicated, but if you start figuring that stuff out, especially like you play with the same group for a long time to where you really know how they play, it can be a lot more fun, and your encounters get really, really complicated. Not complicated, but dynamic. Yeah, no, I mean, you don't really need to kill a barbarian. You need to use the barbarian to kill the rest of the party. That's the trick. To destroy me, you must solve this puzzle. What is this, Rubik's Cube? Oh, yeah. No, super buffing the barbarian is like, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to my world. Allergies drive me crazy. They just make me not able to talk. I feel like you're making fun of me now. I'm telling you. There's the moment when all your friends start getting married, and then there's the moment when all your friends start having babies, and then there's the moment when your friends' kids start driving, and you're like, oh, God. Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely different in America. Like, driving is so important. We just don't have the infrastructure to not have a vehicle. Yeah. You're 15 miles from the nearest town. What the crap?
You are not on a poured cement walkway. We assume there's something wrong.
It's also illegal to hitchhike in America. So in some states. So when you see someone walking on the side of the road, it's like, that person must be dying. We'd better help. What's going on? You're breaking the law, so we assume something's bad has happened.
Since like Jeffrey Dahmer time.
There's a guy that ate people.
And hitchhiked.
He hitchhiked a lot. Hitchhiked a lot and killed people. Not cool. Man, 80s? Late 80s? Or is that early 70s?
70s or 60s. It's like 70s or 60s.
Yeah. So hitchhiking, illegal because it's dangerous is the thought. I know people that did it all the time. Like, it's still a cultural thing. A lot of my college friends would just try to hitchhike home because they didn't want to take the bus because they were hippies like that. But yeah. Oh, card. You said bike guard, and I'm like, I instantly thought of like a band of people that just rode around on their bikes solving crimes. We are the bike guard. Put down those groceries. I once had a stolen bike. I did not steal it, but I had a stolen bike. At least I assume it was stolen. One of my friends just gifted me like an okay BMX bike, and I was like, "Why are you giving this to me? This is expensive." And he's like, "No, don't worry about it." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you stole this." He's like, "That's fine. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Okay." And so I had a BMX bike for about a month, and then somebody stole it, and my first response was, "Ah, crap!" And then my second response was, "That's fair." And I didn't have a BMX bike after that. So that's my story of a bike. And they still haven't found it? Or you just haven't told them about it? You didn't tell the police about your stolen bike? Or, oh, you did, okay. They haven't found it yet, though. Gotcha. That's a bummer. That's such good shape. Such good shape. Gotta get that scuba gear out so you can go dig
to
for
the
it.
university at the end of the year and see how many students have just left the bikes.
That's
around.
true, yeah. Whole bunch of people.
Sometimes you can just take one, and sometimes the university will round them up and say, "Hey guys, we're selling bikes for $5."
To be fair, we almost left your bike there, so.
Do you want guess how I got that bike?
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
I got my bike from the university sale. We almost left my bike at the university.
Bikes here cost like. It's not great. There are a lot of like people that are really into cycling, so like they'll buy really expensive bikes and ride them all over the place. But most of the bikes in America are just like mountain bikes that people never take to mountains. Just so that's my experience. I remember when I was little, it was way more important than now. But once I got a car, it was like, yeah, I'm not riding my bike again. I don't need that. I don't need that stuff. This imp got really beefy. I don't know. Maybe I need to de-beef him. I think they are tiny. Man, I don't think I've ever had somebody try to do that for a familiar. They always want, like, a raccoon or... Sorry, I was eating a sandwich. Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I think that's a good way to do it. I don't really have an issue with people having little companions. I think it's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see that's activated healing, which I think isn't bad. Like that's a good alternative. Um, where I was talking yesterday about adapting that to where the troll could basically just, because trolls are focused on biting and eating a lot, which is something I didn't touch on a lot in the video. Thematically, they just say hunger all the time, right? Because they're just always regenerating. Yeah, I mean, the idea behind it is the issue with trolls really is that they don't get whittled down the way a lot of other races do. So, like, if your whole idea in the combat is I'll just have a character that can hit them a lot and they'll be weak and they'll have to use their heal spells, it's like, Trolls are immune to that, as much as like paladins are immune to mind-altering effects and barbarians are immune to physical damage. It's just kind of the way it is. And so I really like the troll as someone who is basically invincible to single combat. Like one person fighting a troll, they're probably not going to win unless they have like, and they know exactly what they're doing. And so I think trolls are just kind of a cool concept, but it puts a lot on the DM to try to figure out how to make it interesting. But if you're a really, min-maxed fighter that you one-shot everything, it's basically the same. Someone walks up, tries to hit you, armor class takes it, and then you kill them. Like, okay, so what if that's a troll instead of just a regular human fighter? It's the same issue. Yeah. And second wind is pretty cool when you get yeah. Right. Trolls just always come back, which is pretty cool. Right. And then there's orcs and half orcs that have the Die Hard, is that what it's called? You automatically stabilize once. It might be Relentless. It's just regular orcs. I think they have the same thing. Lame. Hit me. That's... That's stupid. Yeah. Yeah, orcs should be way better than that. I really like especially like with half orcs, like anything a half orc has, basically orcs should have better versions of. Is kind of my thoughts of it. It's the blade situation where like, oh, he's a vampire and a human and he got all the good things from both and none of the bad. It's like, what? That's silly. Right? Yeah. Sexy AF. Maybe that's the vampire part, though. I don't know. Maybe this vampire makes people sexy AF. Crippling anxiety and debt. That's what humans get. That's the human class feature. Just wildly variable. Did you just fall off of a mountain into a bear and then explode? Yes, and you're fine. Totally fine. How about you? Well, I tripped off of my step and I died. Because that's what happens. Like, I hate the amount of variability there is in surviving trauma. Then again, I guess rabbits are probably no better. Like, a rabbit can be picked up by an eagle, carried into the sky and flung and survive, and then another rabbit will just like get scared too much and die from it. It's like, okay, all right, maybe reality is just not as consistent as video games. Yep. Someone broke the Matrix. Don't know what I've done with this imp. I went like really weird with the one on the left, and then I tried to go more cartoony, and now it's just not working. I'll just do this. Highly adaptable, I would say. Highly adaptable is good. That's how I always like to view humans. It's like the Fae don't like being in certain places, and they get very stuck to one thing. And then you have like fire giants that can't really go other places, but humans can kind of be everywhere and explore everywhere. Yeah. Go to different planes of existence, cast magic. Yeah. Oh, I love the free feat. Free feat is great. I think that's probably one of the reasons I play humans all the time, is just because like I really enjoy the feat system. I think that's a better way to customize a character, because it's not bound to really anything. It's not the race or class's fault. It's the player. So what you're saying is people suck at D&D. That's not nice. I'm gonna give this imp some fur imp. There we go. Sure. Are you trying to flex on your badass nature? Yeah. No. That's why I'm not what you'd call a nice guy. Just start like one of those. That's it. That's your whole jam. Just not a nice person. Let's get the little hooves in here. Little hooves. This one does. Don't look at Google to judge how my art is. I can do whatever I want. I heard your clickety clack of the keyboard. And you prefaced it with wait, do they? Let me look. And then you just click, 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 click. Who do we got here? Rinsler, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Pretty good. It is the free draw day, if you'd like to draw with us today. I'm going to do 3 fingers here. To go to the general chat, there's a link to the Aggie.io software. You just click on that and jump on in. That's it. You can just start doodling up a storm. Yep. Jonas went from saying super badass to the self-loathing portion of the episode. No, I said it doesn't matter. It was a joke. It was a joke. It's all right. No, we're doing good. I think we're doing good. We're just hanging out and doodling. Shit talking each other. Shit talking ourselves. And back to the self-deprecation. No, I think your drawing is great. I wouldn't worry about other stuff. I think that's true for most people, myself included. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing about YouTube, is that there are a lot of YouTubers that are really good at, I want to say, speeches. Like, they're good at presenting, not great at actually talking to people. And I think I'm probably closer to that end than not. Yeah, it's a weird thing, because YouTube is just always presented as this kind of open medium to people, but really it doesn't teach you how to communicate. It's something you got to pick up either elsewhere or, make it work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the facial cues definitely help. Let's all be honest with each other. The real reason anybody wants to be a YouTuber is so they can go to work in their pajamas. That's it. That's the nobody needs that face cam stuff. I'm not putting makeup on. At least not for YouTube. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. That's not the right word. Not unless I want to.
It's for me and not for anybody else.
Yeah, I only put makeup on for myself. So fancy. All right, I think that's a good little imp. I think that's pretty. Yeah, I can see that. You have panic attacks, or they? Oh, you're talking about. I think your context is important as well. When someone's talking about, like, oh, I'm worried that people might figure out where I live and do weird shit, and you're like, oh yeah, I know where you live. Yeah, that's a bad joke. That's a bad joke, Jonas. We've been streaming for like an hour. I need at least 5 hours of warm up. Ugh. I wonder what I can do with these horns. I'm going to try to do something different with these. I'm trying to set up the website. I've been spending some time doing that. That's going to be kind of fun. Thinking about switching the Patreon reward system over to gift cards. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm thinking about it. So basically everyone would still get all the access to the video content and such, but then instead of me just sending out random stickers every month, I could give the Patreons like digital gift cards that they could then go to the website and like, I want these stickers or these pictures, and that way I could give out shirts too, which could be fun. But I don't know. that's true too. Yeah, we could definitely do something like that. That's, yeah. The other thing I was thinking about, especially with the higher tiers, is maybe just doing a Patreon stream where I would do like every month, just have like a, hey, give me an idea, what do you want drawn, and I'll draw for like 30, 40 minutes on that, and then that could be a different reward tier, and I would just do that as a stream. Yeah. So I think that would be kind of cool. But that will be that'd have to be another. I guess that would be another video too, which is good. I like trying to get those videos out, but things besides the live stream make me feel good about my art. Sometimes the live stream art makes me struggle. somebody posted on the troll video, they posted you struggling to draw tusks for that long is a mood, and I was like, yeah, no, that was definitely a thing I struggled with. Sometimes it's just like things just don't work, and I will retry them over and over and over again. It's like, you know what? Maybe it's just don't do that today. Maybe do something else. Maybe take a break. Oh yeah, DB's got a pretty good system for blocking. I don't know if anybody's done that before. I could do that. We could do that today. That could be kind of fun. I'm gonna put these imps away. I think the big trick for that, especially with the mouse, is to just do lots of small strokes and try to get like shape and volume in first before you really worry about anything else. Yeah. just keep chunking away. Turn the density up, and yeah, Control Z, Alt is great because it's the color picker. You can just start blending stuff. I want density up. I want size down. We'll try that out. Yep, that's fine. Because it's really natural to try to do long lines. And it's really hard to do that with the mouse. It's hard to do consistent curves. Doop. Let's do one of these. Let's do a little painty paint instead of some sketches today, I guess. That'll be fun. Let's do that. Little paint. It's different. It's a different style. You don't do a lot of color. Yeah. Try drawing. You should try painting with just black and white and see what happens. Yeah. Blah, my head. Blarp. I always fall back to just wanting to draw lines because I just love it so much. It's different style though. Different style. Oh, there's the dandelion. That's funny. Ow. Alrighty. Let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah, you know, there's a level of trying to get out of a comfort zone with art, and then there's also a level of just, you know, getting real good at one thing is fine. There's a lot of artists out there that are kind of specialized, and that's good. You don't have to be I used to think that I had to be a jack of all trades, which is why I did a lot of 3D modeling and painting and sculpture, and it's like, you know, it's okay to just not like some of that stuff. It took me a long time to really figure that out. But I also am not in the field anymore, so I'm not trying to find a job. And if you're trying to find a job, you know, that might be something you have to do. You might have to go outside of your comfort zone a little bit more than normal. What do you got going on? He's got an eye in his forehead. Nice. Sierra, welcome. In an hour or so. Gotcha. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I'm behind. I'm still behind. I gotta... Okay. You can just send it to me. That's fine. Yeah, I'm looking for yeah. Oh, that's great. That's a good one. That's a good painting. Yeah. I did not mean to make it like a big project for everybody. I'm so sorry if I missed. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, so yours is white because it's line work, right? And so I needed I needed something to like end that, which I think I might just leave it as a white circle instead of I'm making little tiny circular icons for the video themselves. Yeah, I mean, it's all optional. Well, it's my video, but I'm representing you, so yeah. So it's kind of like it's your choice. This is Jonas, and Jonas's icon is a big bag of dicks because I thought that was funny. Like, you should definitely have input when it's your face or your art. No. No, it's just I definitely I want to make sure that whenever I incorporate somebody into my videos or my art, that it's it's something that they would be happy with, and not something that it's like, here's my representation of you. It's like, I would rather you tell me what you want to be called, what you want it to look like, and then I can accommodate that without any of my own biases. Yeah. Maybe I didn't send you the link. Hold on, let me look here. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I mean, it basically just looks like your that's literally all I did. It looks like your Discord icon. That was all I did to it. I just put a small yeah. Yep. I think it'll be good. But no, I'm super excited for that video. Hopefully, I'll probably try to get that done today. Depending on how much more editing I have to do to it. But if I do get that out, I can either wait to premiere that next week, or I can post it, and it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out. I'll let everybody know before it's done. I'll probably have a link up so that you can all watch it and give me feedback if there's something that needs to change. Yeah, who was that directed at? Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I totally missed someone asking for help with their icon, if that was what happened. I always make myself look really confused. What? Alrighty. Yeah, try harder next time. I'm sure it works better than Anthem. That game was a garbage fire. Yeah. Yeah, if a game is garbage, I will not give it 20 hours. Like, I'm not. Yeah, no. I tried real hard to play Anthem, and it was just... Ugh. Yeah. Yep, that was our problem, is that basically the only option was to just free fly around or do the story missions. And it was like, but we've done the story missions. I'm not doing this crap again, especially with how janky they were. So. Yeah, that's what we did too. We did that. I really wanted that game to be good. It looked so good, and I'm a big fan of the kind of Destiny style shooters, and if you can add robots into that, that's even better. But they dropped the ball so hard. Yeah. No, it's not. It just didn't function. So. But I agree. They had pressure and stuff. Right. I once went to PAX, and I was really excited about Tabula Rasa when it came out, and I was amped up for it, and I bought the special edition, and I was like, hell yeah. And then I played it, and I was like, well, this is the shittiest game I've ever played in my life. And it was a game called Tabula Rasa. It came out a long time ago. I went to PAX, and I met one of the devs. Let me restart that story over. I was playing it with my friends at PAX because they were like, what's this game? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have this. And I started talking to them about it. And some people came up, and I was just like running them through the game. And I was like, yeah, it's like this, and blah, 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 blah. And then later, and I was just talking about it, and people were like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm like, yeah. And then I hate it so much. And then someone's like, well, why do you hate it? And I just like dumped all the things that were wrong with it. And the person I was talking to's face just kind of like got really, really sallow. And I was like, well, yeah. And then I looked down, and I realized that they had a developer badge on. and I was just like trashing this guy's game. And I was like, you know what? But it's been a few months. Like, it's been a while since it came out. So maybe a lot of this has been improved. And he was kind of like, yeah, no, we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot to improve it. And I was just like, man. And same, to this day, I had the thought of like, I really hope that guy does not kill himself. Like, I was so sad at how sad he was. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I felt really bad about it, but I was so upset about that game. I don't know. No, I mean, a few months after that, the servers went down, and they just stopped running it. It was bad. It was really bad. Basically, they tried to sell it. They tried to sell it as a WoW killer. They're like, this is going to be so much better than WoW. It's got first-person mode, so you can run around in massive MMORPG style, but with a bunch of people, and there's guns and magic. And really, it was a bad WoW clone. Like, and so this was a lot of this is like. The first-person mode was just like when you're in WoW and you scroll wheel all the way in. That's all it was. There was no actual first-person mode, so that was my biggest gripe. I was like, so you straight up lied to me. Like, that's not how first-person works. It's not a first-person shooter. It's just a first-person camera in an MMO. And then they were supposed to have this huge, expansive leveling system through the magic, but then in-game, it was literally just like, walk to a place, pick up a thing. You've unlocked the fire crystal. It's like, cool, what's the fire crystal do? They're like, nothing. Like, the entire expansive thing of unlocks is just like finding things. That's it. Yeah, they're collectibles, and I'm like, this whole game is just marketed poorly. and it was based off of a pretty famous. I don't know if it was not famous, but popular story or book or author that I didn't really understand. So that's where it got a lot of its backing from. I just thought it looked really cool. Turned out it was bad. Didn't last long. I shit talked that guy so bad, and I felt so crappy for months after. And I was like, I should have asked that guy's name so I could check on him to make sure. He was so distraught about it. Like, he took it like a champ, I guess, because he didn't like yell at me or anything. But dang, it looked like he was about to. Yeah, it looked like he was gonna cry, and I was just like, why is this guy so sad? Like, it's just a game. And then I was like, oh crap, it's his game. Ugh. I was not nice about it. I don't like me. me 10 years ago was kind of a piece of shit. So cool. Yeah. Well, partially it was me chewing a guy out about a game that made him look like that was a very pivotal point in my life of like, maybe my words mean things, and I should try to be a little more tactful. No, I really, really feel terrible about that. So if you're out there, developer of Tabula Rasa, who got yelled at PAX, I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I stand behind what I said because I think it was all true. I wasn't being like facetious, but I'm sorry that I did it so ungracefully. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Everything they said that they were doing. Yeah, I mean I spent, this was a long time ago, and I got the pre-order, and I think I spent like $80 on it. And then I got it and I played it for maybe 12 hours, and I was just like, this is the crappiest thing. Like, this is not at all what they were selling. Yeah. I have not. I heard someone talking about that the other day. Gotcha. So that's true. Yeah, my big thought whenever I think of someone saying there's a new MMO out, is just like, MMOs are dead. Like, unless you're building something that is completely new, the MMO model is bad. And WoW works, but WoW works because WoW worked, and basically like WoW is not getting new players. Yeah, it's losing players, and that's fine. Like, I think MMOs in the future need to be directed more towards, like, the MOBA system was good, like quick games that you can jump in with your friends. And what people should be doing is finding ways to adapt traditional story or like game types and adapting them to massive online experiences, because we have the capacity for that now. And that's why WoW worked so well when it came out, because it was dealing with like dial-up internet, and it had to make a system that worked that way. And now people are being like, let's just do that. It's like, you don't have to do that anymore. You can make Skyrim for 50 people. You can do it. It's physically possible. Just do that. But they keep trying to make it like, they keep trying to grab the MMO qualities from WoW, and it's like, no, that's not actually good. Like, people don't really like that. It was required at the time. Make something cool for a lot of people. Yeah, so that's kind of my beef with the game industry right now. And I've been part of that game industry, and I know there's a lot. It's a lot more complicated than just like, oh, just make a multiplayer, because that's a pain in the ass. But it's like, I think it's time. I think it's time for co-op Skyrim, and I'm ready for that stuff. It was just bad. Like, it was just bad design. I don't understand why they did it that way. It's literally just make Fallout. Take Fallout 3. Make it co-op. That's it. Re-release that. People will play it if it works. Like, just... Yeah. Just co-op. Just 2 people. Just 2 people. Go for it. And Bethesda, I remember Bethesda talking about Skyrim. They're like, well, we need to keep the game balanced. I'm like, you don't. Like, the storylines can be wildly unbalanced. Just let us play with our friends. That's all we want. Just want to play with my friends. So I've been on a big kick to not play single player games recently. Well, for the last couple of years. And so I've been really turned off to a lot of video games because it's like, if you don't have a multiplayer function, like, I don't have time to play games by myself. Because if I'm gonna play a game by myself, I might as well be working. And it's like, Yep. So video games for me now are very much how I spend time with my friends and family. And so it's like, if it's not, I just don't have time for single player games. But that's also how we started Tandem Gamers, our YouTube channel. It was very much like, we want to play some of these single player games, but how can we make it fun for us and make it kind of an event? And that's what we did. We played a whole bunch of single player games together, and that was fun. I liked that. So. Oh no, you're not alone in that. I'm definitely the weird one for not wanting to play single player games. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, you got some art there, which is good. Thanks for drawing with us today. Yeah. Catch you later. Watch, we find out that Rinsler was the dev. He's just like, I'm back. I've been here the whole time. Like I said, yeah, I wasn't being an asshole and just being like, oh, this game just looks stupid. Like, no, I had real gripes about the game. Yeah. He knew, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was. Part of the problem was they spent a whole long time developing it. So much so that, like, WoW came out with new expansions, and then they lost their their claim because people were just like, man, WoW had their first release and they fixed all of this crap that people were upset about and the new updates, and you guys still have the old crap. Like, how are you supposed to beat a game when you can't innovate on something that people are actively yelling about? Like, that was my big thing with a lot of the MMOs that came out after WoW gained a lot of popularity. Was there's such a huge community on WoW of people being like, this is bad, we don't like this, can you do this, can you add this to the game? And there's a huge modding community that was adding all the add-ons, and then people would just release a WoW classic clone, and it's like, you had all of this content, why didn't you listen to any of these people? Like, you should have been trying to get the things that people were mad about WoW and fix them, and nobody did that. And part of it was the development time, because people would start developing and then they would just not, they wouldn't worry about it. Rift tried some interesting stuff to make the universes more dynamic, the worlds more dynamic, but then they fell into the same trope as WoW did, of just not fixing the things that people wanted fixed. So I think, what's not Elder Scrolls? What's the other one? Guild Wars? Yeah. Guild Wars, I think, did a good job of trying new things. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. It wasn't unique enough. Yeah. I think I've heard that. Yeah, they really didn't try to. They didn't jump out of the box enough to make it better. Like, so Final Fantasy 11 was kind of a unique aspect because it was developed at the same time as WoW, and they released, and they just felt different. They felt very different. And Final Fantasy was much more grindy based. Like, that was kind of the whole thing. The numbers were a lot smaller. The gear you upgraded to was a lot more consistent. And it was interesting. It was very, very different. And then when 14 came out, they tried to do it completely differently again. And they're like, you guys didn't take any of the stuff that we told you to fix in the last game or from the WoW stuff. And they just did their own thing, and it was garbage. And they had to redo the entire game twice. So that was interesting. And it's a weird thing that developers don't seem to do. Like, it's like, are you not doing research? Do you not understand how MMOs are supposed to work? Like, what's going on here? So it's definitely not a thing that Tabula Rasa was wholly the only culprit. Lots of game companies just don't do their research right. And oops, I was trying to zoom in, and instead I just started drawing. That's super good. I like that. There's a lot of little detail in there. It's pretty good without the line work. It's good. It's good. What time is it here? 11:30. We're still got some time. I'm really bad at that. If any of you ever meet me at a conference or something and you say something to the effect of like nice shirt, and I say yeah, it's because I'm an idiot. I'm really bad at compliments. Because when people say things like, hey, that's a really cool shirt, my instant response is, I know, that's why I bought it, because I love this shirt. And it's like, and then I panic and I'm like, wait, how was I supposed to respond to that? Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. It's not because I'm trying to be a jerk. My brain's no good sometimes, especially when it comes to compliments. Yeah, no, I think that's more. See, brain no good. More common. I think that's more common than people think. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later. See you, my dude. I feel like I should say my dude more. Have a good day. I think I hear that a lot in the Markiplier videos whenever he plays with Bob and Wade. It's over here, my dude. And it's just like, that is hilarious. I love that. But now I feel like I can't say it because it wasn't something I naturally came to. I just like it. Yeah, sure. No, I used to say yo all the time. That's funny. Hello. Oh. Yeah. I'm still very much going to have to learn, if I ever start going to conventions or something, how to deal with. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, so the big thing about going to conventions is some of them are really expensive. So, like, I don't even know. I'm not to a point where I could afford to do that. Like, setting up a booth is like $600 investment at a minimum. And it's like, I don't have $600. I don't have $600. Like, maybe I could go to a convention and just walk around with a mask on and someone might pick me up and be like, hey, you're that guy. And be like, I am that guy. But that's never happened to me before. And so I'm a little worried about how I'm going to react to that. Like, you're that guy from YouTube. Yeah. Just walk away. Oh, really? Oh, they're kind of fun. I say they're kind of fun, but my introverted self is just like, I hate them so much. I don't like them. Spend money. That's usually what I do at conventions. I've been a little... Yeah. I just drew the Daft Punk helmet. Daft Punk helmet is great. No, so when I started going to conventions back in the day, I went to like PAX and I went to and talk to developers. Yeah, that's what it was though. It was very much you'd go there and you'd talk to developers and I went there to show off my artwork and be like, hey, I'm trying to get into the gaming industry. What do I do? I had a lot of really good conversations. But then afterwards, PAX started becoming more of a kind of a corporate affair. And so it became a lot more like hardware, and it became a lot more large games would just rent out half of the environment. And it stopped being as kind of low key hanging out talking to developers and just became an event that you would go to and you'd like look at things and try to get swag and oh yeah that's the aging. Yeah, you get there and first thing you do, you grab your swag bag and you just you go. I have no idea, but no, I've gone to PAX and I got invited to Steam Dev Days a few years ago. It was actually a few years ago now, but that was a lot of fun. And it was like you go to a conference, you talk to some people. I went to a panel on streaming on YouTube when that was starting, and I was like, I'm not going to stream on YouTube. That's stupid. And now look at me. So yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting if you want to do that. Like I know a lot of my friends go to PAX every year just so they can go to like the Final Fantasy orchestra music. They really, really like that. But if usually what I'll do is I'll get a day pass and I'll just walk through and then I'll check out like the dice and the figures and the comic books and the t-shirts because I like that stuff. I like that kind of merch stuff. And then I'll look at a lot of the game booths, but a lot of the time the indie booths are a lot of fun. Those you can still go and talk to early developers and have a lot of fun. But if you go to like the League of Legends booths, it's just crowded with people to look at something that you could have just looked up online. And it's like, this isn't great. So yeah, definitely cons are good if you have something you want to do and you like look up what's there, or you want to see one of your, like a streamer, if they go to a panel. So until I get invited to a panel, I probably won't be going to any conventions anytime soon. But yeah. There are some smaller conventions too, like OrcaCon. I almost went to OrcaCon last year, with MK Bonnet because he was trying to publish his book, and I had done some of the art for that. So that could be a different aspect of going, but yeah, cons are interesting. If you don't know what OrcaCon is, it's a tabletop RPG convention in the Seattle area, which is kind of fun. Steam Dev Days was really funny because if you get invited and you go there, and they handed out these bags to everybody. I'm like, oh sweet, what did they give me? And I pulled it out and I was like, a Steam controller. God damn it, this thing's a piece of shit. And a whole bunch of people were looking at me like, what? Because they were all like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, no, I bought one of these. I hate this thing. And so I was just like, I was real grumpy the whole time. I was like, I don't know, give me away in garbage. I ended up giving away all the stuff I got. Because they gave us a Steam Link, which is also bad. I gave that to one of my friends, which he uses it all the time, so maybe it's not so bad. And then one of the Steam... a Steam Link they designed to basically so you can stream your Steam games from your computer to a TV. That's literally all it is. It just allows you to be on your computer on your TV. And I'm like, that's not cool, I guess. Whatever. I'm just gonna use Yeah, like I don't really use my TV for anything except my Switch. Yes, yes, you can. You just have a big HDMI cable. Yeah, no, this Steam Link has its purpose. So like my friend that uses it has his TV downstairs. He has like a game. Well, he moved now, but he used to have a game center downstairs, so he could be in the basement and play games. And that way, he doesn't have to be upstairs with his computer. So it works. It does work. It allows you to to use your keyboards, and it's really really quick, so you don't have any lag time with it. But for most people, it's not necessary, especially not for me. And I already own one, so I was just double upset. I was like, I don't need this crap. But rabble. How dare you give me free stuff? Yeah, no, I'm not the most gracious person in the world, apparently. I'll work on that. Yep. Someone... Oh, I'm not going to talk about that on stream. I'll talk about this some other time. No, I definitely get what you're feeling. I like to be honest with people, so I'm usually when people buy me stuff, it's like I either tell them like, "Hey, don't buy me that because I won't use it," or I'll tell them like, "Oh yeah, that was really good," or "It was really weird. I don't like it." But I like to be, that's kind of my general tone. Is like, I will usually always be honest with people. Trying to think of situations where I won't, but it's looking good. So it's looking good. I thought you were talking about Drawfee, and I was real excited. Karina's one of the artists from Drawfee. I have an aunt. Gotcha. I can't tell you. Gross. Drama. I don't know what I'm drawing. It's some kind of Pokemon. Oh God, was it you? Were you the one in prison? Papa? Rookzer0? Gotcha. Yep, it could be. I mean, there is a Rookzer0 Facebook page. I think it's Rookzer0 Art. So if you and I post the links to the videos on that. So if you go to the videos, it might be finding it that way. But I don't know what the hell I'm drawing, and it's kind of weirding me out. I got like an AIDS Odyssey going on here. I'm an illegitimate artist. Yeah, I just steal shit off the internet all the time. Just see this? I call it the Venus de Milo. I made that. She's turned into a printer. Stippling is no fun. Sierra, how's your video going, by the way? The one you posted, like, is it people commenting on it? Yeah. Nice. Well, yeah, Jonah's here. I've had a bunch of people post things like "nice" on the comments, and I'm like, how do I respond to that? Thumbs up. Thanks. Yeah. Damn it, Tim. Nice. Right. Yeah, there's I try to be really responsive in my comments, so nice video. PS, you suck. Still haven't seen Trophy. Is that what you wrote? That was great. Is it just like I know where you live? It's probably good. It's probably for the best. I hope. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I totally know where you live, but I'm not gonna do nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Ain't got no mafiosos. Send the D&D trolls. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what I'm drawing right now. But for some reason I'm... Yeah, that's... Yep. That's good. That's... It's a lot of things. I don't disagree with you. I think you're absolutely on point. Alt key. Color pick. Yeah, he's got a pick. Got a color pick. Drop your opacity in half and then just start color picking. Oh God. Oh God. What have I done? Definitely not. This fucking sucks. I have. Yeah. I've had somebody post like, I really like your videos, but this one was terrible and I hated it. And like that was the whole comment, and I was just like, cool. like I don't. Yeah, it's just like I thumbs it up and I just walked away. I'm like, I have no idea what I just say. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna delete those things. If people trash talk me, it's like that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I don't remember. I remember that being a comment on something, but it was just trolling. It was just straight up trolling. Oh yeah, I did. I was talking earlier about that, and I was like, dang it, I need to do more backgrounds. I need to do more backgrounds. This is super good. Yep. This is a. This is. It was really funny because this is kind of a spoiler. So if you don't want to spoil it, jump out now. Um, when they switched to Julia, the first thing that came out of my mouth, like unexpectedly, was, "Why the hell do they have Blender open?" And Jump Rope looked at me like, "What?" I'm like, "That's Blender. That's not Photoshop. What the crap?" And then, sure enough, the next sentence was, "So I learned Blender," and I was just like, "What?" Right now. No, Blender it's pretty good. I hate it, but it's good. I learned how to use 3D Studio Max, which is for a long time was the industry standard for 3D modeling and architectural renderings. Super powerful, super clean, super efficient. Blender was a garbage fire for 5 years. And it still kind of is, because it was designed by like 5 different teams, all deciding how their UI would look without talking to each other. And so everything is just all over the place, and it's really hard. And for some reason, they were like, hey, what if instead of using the keystrokes that work for the industry standard, we just made up our own? And so none of the key shortcuts that I have memorized for 3D Studio Max are close to what Blender does. So much so that like the mouse is inverted, and it's just like, why? And it's really hard for me to transition from 3D Studio Max to Blender. But Blender is powerful, and they've cleaned it up quite a bit. I just, every time I use it, I struggle because my brain is wired backwards for it. And I have no idea why they did that. Once again, same thing with the game industry. It's like, take what already works and make it better. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every goddamn time. You can look at the failures of other people and the successes of other people and use those to make something new. Yeah. You know, it'd be really funny if we just made it a garbage program. That'd be great. Let's do that. Oh crap! People like it. Yes, yeah. Let's keep making it. No, Blender's super strong. Super strong. Yeah. Yeah, they update all the time because they're constantly having to fix stuff, and like, oh, people like this, so we added it. It's like, oh, get get the stuff you're doing solid and then add more stuff. So I don't know. I think I'm done drawing this cabbage person. I'm not sure what this is. It does look like a beanstalk or something. Oots, 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 cats and boots. Well, it is. Yeah, spoilers are over. Oh, I missed that completely. I'm so sorry. But you did. You stayed out long enough because I was really just laying it on there for a little bit. Oh, good God. Okay. That is a lot of clarinet right there. I was talking about the song Jonas posted. Wow, 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 wow. All right. Yeah, the song. Alrighty. I think that's probably where we're going to call it today. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Let's see what other people have drawn. I think it's just Rinsler and then Jonas over here drawing some this. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. It was a nice chill Friday. Next week should have more cool stuff coming up. We do have the Drawfee episode, which should be coming out in the next few days. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to start working on the next item video. Those are not taking off as well as I'd liked, but they exist, so that's fine. We'll see if those become popular sometime in the future. Yeah. I don't have a lot else going on. It's good. The Discord game, not the Discord game, the Patreon game. I think we're going to try to plan that for like the 17th-ish, sometime around there. So next week I'll start sending out feelers and see who can play and stuff. We'll go from there. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Traditional art. So we'll try to figure that out. Add some people to play some games. Other than that, yeah, I don't have a lot going on. So have a wonderful weekend. Try to stay safe, stay healthy out there. Keep your dice on the table. And until next time, I don't have anything else to add. So we'll see you later. No, it's not Thursday yet. Soon, though.